These are two teams that had forgettable stints in the Philippine Cup, looking to bounce back. They've been aching to get back on the floor. For you guys unfamiliar, for the younger generation unfamiliar who Ken Bono is, once upon a time, this guy was a UAAP MVP.
Yes, for the Adamson Soaring Falcons. You can never forget about the soaring part about it. One of the guys who's definitely a legend around the Manila campus.
And the Meralco Bolts get first crack at the basket right on opening night of this Commissioner's Cup. Immediately, Alapag goes to Hodge. He spins into traffic. Ball is loose. It is fought for, and it is Pascual who comes out of the scrum.
Good effort. One of the things you'll have to watch with us as well unfold, there's a new interpretation of how to play defense down low, and it's no longer allowing usage of the arm bar. So let's see how that plays out in today's game.
As Chris Newsom misses on that drive on the run, Newsom, one of those very impressive guys early in this season, but has failed to help his team to more wins.
You know, I can't think of a more athletic player in this entire league than Newsom. When he's got a full head of steam going at it, he can really rise with the best of them.
Speaking of rising with the best of them, Barroca locates Bowles for the throwdown.
Bowles, you know, in fact, during the warm-ups, I was saying to myself, I don't know if he looks like in great shape, but he pretty much proved me wrong in the first minute of the game.
Onuaku looking to get that basket right back. Bowles will clear it for the guys in yellow. And here come the Star Hotshots. Barroca bounces to Pascual. What a pass by Mark.
What a great look coming from Mark Barroca. And, you know, you got to give credit to Pascual, who just said, hey, I'm going to run down the court faster than anybody else.
Newsom with the leather. Meralco yet to get on the board. Newsom, the rookie, gets it over to Bono. Outside jumper. That's another thing that can do, stretch the defenses of opponents, but he fails to deliver on that.
You know, kind of in the mold of a, you know, an Extra Rice Incorporated team. Likes to bounce inside, likes to shoot those shots outside.
As the Star Hotshots have gotten off to the hottest of starts, 4 of the 6 points for the guys in yellow, courtesy of Bowles. Newsom gets it over to Onuaku. At the post, Pascual trying to put a stop to it. It is taken away from behind by Barroca. Bowles is running with him, and look at that pass!
Wow.
Bowles with the exclamation point.
Bowles putting on a dunk fest, 2 dunks in his first 2 minutes back. He can shoot outside, he can play defense, he's gotten a board already. You know, he's just all over the court, and you know, when you're a player, such a huge confidence builder, knowing he also plays good defense as well.
Bono swings it over to Alapag. The Mighty Mouse will pull up off one dribble, and finally Meralco is on the board.
Well, sometimes with teams like this who haven't played in a while, a little rust, gotta eke that out. But you know, if you're gonna have a player like the caliber of Jimmy Alapag to lead you back, you gotta like your chances.
We've been talking about how forgettable the Philippine Cup was for both of these squads. They've been aching to get back in the game. How frustrating is that you're in the off season?
Well, you know, when you're struggling, the team's not playing well, it messes with your mental game. I mean, you get your confidence down a bit, but you're just happy to be running again.
10-2 is the score as Alain Maliksi gets Star another 8-point lead. Newsom over at the other end is being guarded by Simon. This time around, Hodge locates Bono underneath, who is forced to kick it back out. But it is the guys in yellow who take it away. PJ Simon on the run, spinning away from his defender, and it is a 10-point lead for Star.
Coach Norman Black is saying, hey, did he kind of push off there, and maybe an offensive foul could have been called, but the ref didn't see it that way.
Newsom over to Hodge. He puts up a long one. Cliff airballs that one. Barroca just picks it up.
Offense kind of sputtering at this point for the Meralco Bolts.
Bowles over to Maliksi. Pascual asking for it. They want to test the defense of Onuaku, but Maliksi decides to go the other way. Barroca on the attack through that pick from Bowles. And away from play, foul is spotted. Jimmy is whistled for this one.
Yeah, Jimmy kind of impeded the progress there of a Star hotshot. You know, again, I think that's really why they brought in Jimmy Alapag to this team, just to show you know, what leadership is all about. I mean, he proves his worth and his leadership style is to prove it on the court.
Bowles trying to muscle his way through. Paundo over to Alapag, who lobs it inside. Onwaku inside for the deuce.
Good luck. You see, with the caliber of a Jimmy Alapag, of course, shooting-wise, we all know he can do that. But I think one thing that kind of gets overlooked in his game is he is got his, you know, his eyes are up. He's looking for anybody that's open down court for an easier shot.
The hot shots and the turning it over once again on that end. So an opportunity for Meralco to string together some baskets here. They've only got 4 points on the board. Newsome over to Paundo. He puts up a long one. Airballs that one. Paundo cold off the bench as he replaced Bono.
You know, on the good news right now, I guess you could say for Meralco is that, you know, as hot as the hot shots were in the first, you know, 5 minutes of action, they're only down by 8 points, which isn't insurmountable.
Pascual gets it over to Maliksi. Bunch of guys not slated to see action tonight for Star, namely Malyari, Pascual. You see actually Alex Malyari all the way at the end of that Star bench. Yeah, civilian.
I did get the chance to talk to him. He has a sprained ankle. He's in a air cast today. Looks like he'll be out another 2 to 3 weeks. So some opportunities actually for other players on the Hot Shots bench to step up.
Onwaku boards this one. Alapag waiting for that pick. Alapag doesn't use it. Slices through. Misses though. And here comes Baroka pushing it the other way. Baroka over to the wing. It is Maliksi. And he buries that three.
They're just so efficient. And right now, it looks to me, maybe in this early goings, that Renze Onwaku is not in particularly great shape because he looks a little tired.
As Riza mentioned earlier, he was already starting to feel the effects of jet lag. As Hodge brings Meralco to within 9.
It's been a long day as well for him.
And whenever we talk about a guy who just flew in less than 24 hours ago seeing action, you already mentioned it. You wait till the second half, the fourth quarter, but right now you mentioned it. Last sequence, Onwaku never even came down on D.
Well, let's just see how much gas he can, you know, have in that tank today.
Alapag trying to feed his big man inside. Fouled on the pass. As Mark Pingris and Gary David are waiting at the scorer's table, Jose deemed it a shot attempt from Jimmy, so he gets 2 shots.
Jimmy, one of the top free throw shooters in the entire PBA, steps up to the line to try to get this lead down. He's telling his guys, hey, calm down. Let's play some basketball, guys, you know.
As we remind everybody, let's follow our Pinoy athletes as they aim for glory in Rio de Janeiro this August. Watch Rio 2016 on TV5, Action TV, Hyper, and Signal. This is brought to you by TV5, the official Philippine broadcaster of the Rio 2016 Games.
We're all looking forward to that, that's for sure.
Definitely. As Bowles misses on that one.
That was a chippy. He probably said to himself, I gotta make those shots. That's too easy.
Coach Norman Black does not agree with that call. These Meralco Bolts, as we mentioned, first time they laid eyes on their import Onwaku was today. As they got to the Big Dome, they got another game this coming Saturday. So they played tonight, they got 2 practice games, and then on Saturday they're back in action.
I'm pretty sure he's going to be laying in bed most of the day tomorrow.
Hodge runs into Bowles. Paundo couldn't control the board.
Hodge would have been better off, I think, doing a little spin move there, getting around Denzel Bowles. Hard to go over him.
Maliksi and Pingris could not connect on that one. Pingris already had his back turned, and he's telling Malay right now, take the shot.
Could have done that on the other side as well. Meralco bringing in Gary David. They need to get something going from the outside. Maybe if they can get their outside shots going, then Watco can do some damage inside.
Step back jumper, Bowles could not deliver. We know that he's got that range. He's shown it first few times he's been here in the PBA. Alapag on the move. Shovels it out to Faundo. A little too sharp on that one. Look at Bowles outrun everybody in white. And he earns for himself a trip to the line for 2 shots.
Gotta like the effort by Faundo as well, not giving up on the play. You know, it's still a long, long conference to go, and you don't want to just let these guys have a free ride. Make them earn all their points.
Denzel last season when he came in, he was coming off a major injury. That's why he was out of shape. This time around, he didn't look like he was in tip-top shape, but as you mentioned, we've only gone, 7 minutes into this game, but we see him running down the floor.
He looks very, very good. Not like he did in warm-ups. You know, he's done a little of everything. He's got 2 dunks, he's got an outside shot, he's got a couple of drives. He's kind of doing it all right now.
Couple of free throws on that trip down. As Paseramer, the rookie from Meralco, is now in the game. He turns it over to Baroka, and Mark Andy will make him pay.
You know, I really believe everybody in Star is copying James Yap's one-handed floater. I mean, you got PJ doing it, you got Baroka doing it so well, and of course,
Malyari and Pingris.
Yes.
I don't think you're allowed to suit up for Star if you can't make a one-handed shot.
That's how they play horse.
Dillinger, pulled off the bench, misses from the corner. Here comes Simon at the other end. The hesitation move and the one-hander again.
So far it hasn't yet, but let's just see. Come second half, if he can really turn it on, because they definitely need his services if they want to eke out this win.
The Star Hotshots looking to slow down the attack of the Meralco Bolts, applying pressure all the way in the backcourt. Field goal shooting so far, Vince.
Right now, obviously, Star is shooting hot and Meralco is not. They've both shot 14 attempts. Meralco has made 3 and Star has made 9, so they've tripled the output. You know, they might not have that advantage rebounding, but definitely they'll have the speed. Those quicker players, and one of them, maybe the quickest we have, in the guy who just got the ball. Quick Melton.
Melton is joined on the floor by Baroka, Maliksi, Pingris, and Sangalang, going up against Dillinger, Amer, David, Nabong, and the import of Meralco, Arinze, Onwaku. Amer trapped on that baseline, bounces it over to Arinze. Looking to muscle his way through, gets the bounce on this one.
There you go. I like what he did right there. Carved out a little space, goes up for that left-handed jump hook. Good soft touch.
Lead of Star still at 10. It is Sangalang at the post, looking to test the defense of Nabong. Pitches it to Maliksi, back to Sangalang. Nice up and under. But a traveling violation is whistled on Ian.
I think they got him for dragging his pivot foot. So that's a pretty easy call. Fast break points. Meralco with 2. Star with 11. Big
that is what Coach Jason Webb was trying to instill even back before the start of the Philippine Cup when he took over from Coach Timcone. They wanted to run at every single opportunity they could. Maliksi with a fly-by move unleashes this one. Baroka with a big rebound. We showed you earlier back in the Philippine Cup, he averaged better than 5 of those. Sangalang underneath, puts up a wild one.
You know, but they're getting their looks. Right now, at this juncture of the ball game, Star just looking a little bit quicker.
David waiting all night for that one. Onwaku underneath cleans it up.
You know, that's what he can do. Right now, obviously, his legs aren't 100% because he just came in from that long trip, not feeling exactly energetic. But those things under the basket, taking up a lot of space, and using his soft touch, he can do.
Sangalang gets the bounce over at the other end. So the Star back up by 10 as we hit the 2-minute warning of this first frame. Paseramer, the rookie out of San Vera, gets it over to Dillinger. Nabong from top of the key is looking for David. El Granada back to the corner. It is Amer who misses on that long one. And Melton is trying to sprint down court. 4 guys on him, no problem for Quick Milton.
How effective is that nice little spin move? When you feel the contact, just spin away from it. Excellent move by Melton and wonderful athleticism.
You mentioned it. If you're that quick, 1-on-4 is no problem as Paseramer delivers a long bomb.
good to see that he's got the confidence. Just missed one, goes up for the second one.
Baroka on the attack. Trying to go behind Mark Pingris. Mark Andy through the pick from Jean-Marc. Pull-up jumper is a miss. Nabong for the board. Amer hit a 3 moments ago. This time around, he looks over for a pick. David feeds on Waku at the post. Sangalang trying to put a body on him. They repost on Waku, who jumps up past Nabong. Loses control on the way up, but it was fouled.
There you go. That's a good job by Waku, sort of playing decoy there. Good pass as we look at this wonderful athletic move of Justin Quick Melton.
Shifted over to the left hand with that finish as James Yap is set to check into this game for the first time.
You know, that's a kind of a scary thought that Stars playing this well. They've got this many points, and James Yap hasn't even played a second until now.
Coach Jason Webb switching it up. It used to be Yap starting and Simon off the bench. Now he started with Simon, and Yap is coming on with fresh legs. And on the floor with him now is Mark Cruz, recently re-signed with Star. I'm just guessing because he signed a one-conference contract back in the Philippine Cup. Reyna Lugnatan over at the other end is on the floor for Meralco. Mark Cruz out of the Letran basketball stable gets it over to Melton. Yap from the University of the East, his first touch of the Commissioner's Cup, loses it on the way to the cup.
Well, this is his first touch. Nothing really to worry about there. We all know what James Yap can do, especially when he's on fire.
8-point deficit staring Meralco in the face.
Meralco trying to take advantage of a height differential between Melton and Gary David.
But Melton forcing him all the way to the 3-point line before receiving that pass. Gary misses the turnaround. Nabong puts it up against the quarter clock. Enough time for a Hail Mary. James was trying to put one up, took some contact. No whistle was blown. And that will do it for the first 12 minutes of action.